In this video, I'm going to prepare a bank reconciliation for Zacks Company. The following information relates to the bank account of Zacks Company for May 2017. The cash balance according to the company's records at May 31, 2017 is $22,110. The cash balance according to the bank statement at May 31, 2017 is $29,650. 3 checks are outstanding, which total $13,875 as follows. Check number 7901 for $580. Check number 7903 for $11,500. Check number 7904 for $1,795. One deposit in transit not recorded by the bank for $6,770. Check number 7,889 for $50 in payment on an account was erroneously recorded in the check register as $500. The bank issued a debit memo for service charges for May 2017 in the amount of $15. I start by setting up the report format, which is the same as for other financial statements. The name of the company on the first row, the name of the report on the second row, and the date on the third row. In the first section of the bank reconciliation, I will start with the balance from the bank statement, which is $29,650. This section of the report contains items that I know about, but the bank doesn't, at least not yet. A bank reconciliation also always reports the additions first and then the deductions. From the data for this company, I have a deposit in transit of $6,770, which is added, since if the deposit had arrived at the bank, it would have increased the balance they reported. Next, I have 3 outstanding checks, which are checks that have been written by the company, so I know about them, but they haven't cleared the bank yet, so they don't know about them. These 3 checks are deducted from the bank balance, since if they had cleared the bank, they would have decreased the balance they reported. Since these are all the items that affect the bank balance, I total the adjusted cash balance per bank, which is $22,545. In the second section of the bank reconciliation, I start with the balance from the company books, which is $22,110. This section of the report contains items that the bank knows about, but I don't, at least not until the bank statement arrived. From the data for this company, I have an error in recording check number 7,889 on the books. The check was written for $50 but recorded for $500, so the cash balance on the books is short $450. I add the $450 to correct the error. Next, there is a bank service charge of $15, which is deducted from the book balance. Since these are all the items that affect the book balance, I total the adjusted cash balance per books, which is $22,545. This balance must match the balance from the first section of the report, or the bank account is not reconciled. It is also important to note that any adjustments to the book balance on the second part of the report must also be recorded in a journal entry to correct the book balances. In each entry, I would be either increasing cash with a debit or decreasing cash with a credit. The rest of the entry would depend upon the nature of the adjustment. In this example, if check number 7,889 was written to pay a vendor on account, then the entry would be to debit cash and credit accounts payable for the $450 error. The bank service charge would be a debit to miscellaneous expense and a credit to cash.